Am I doing okay? Oh, God. Baby, it's all over the place. Look at it. I go, Alright, y'all. Here's my master carpenter illustration of the top bunk. We're cutting out this section and going to make a closet. And then that's the back window, and I may make a shelf if I feel confident in my abilities. I'm not 100% sure. So, first step, clearing out all the crap in Narnia. We're clearing out all the stuff in Narnia. And then we're going to take the plywood out and see what we got. It's going to be messy, but we have a lot of stuff. So there's random screws along this whole thing. So my plan is to unscrew the plywood, take it completely out, measure, I think we said 18 inches in, cut it straight down and make an L out of it. And then we're going to have to take the paneling out from underneath. But I just want to open that up and see what the supports look like and how we're going to kind of frame this out. Taking this piece out right now. Okay, so what I'm thinking, because I don't want to ruin this ceiling piece and it'll just start splintering out and get all gross, because that's what it did on the bottom. I want to keep this intact as much as possible. I want to take, I think you call it a sawzall, whatever, and just go from the bottom, cut straight back. We're going to measure out our 18 inches from the wall. We figured 18 inches was the width we were going to need so we could hang hangers and put the bars and have enough room for the hangers to hold the clothes. So we're going to need 18 inches. We'll measure the bottom and just sawzall it all the way back to that last piece on this side. We'll sawzall that. That way the framing will already be in place. We can just cut a piece of plywood, the plywood, fit it on top and have the L shape, and all of this middle part will be out. You're such a good assistant, baby.
Check. Alright. Bam.
So I put a hole here so I can hopefully get the saw up in there and then cut straight back. I forgot to draw a line, so we got these little paint stick markers. Actually worked pretty well. Hopefully that'll be a decent enough line. I don't botch it too bad and start sawing all over the place crazy. I got 18 inches from the wall. Gonna measure it out, draw the line, and then come in from this wall out, measure, and just make the L shape. It's gonna be really hard to see because the lighting isn't in here the best, but we drew a line all the way across, and we measured 18 inches for that, and then I'm gonna try my best to cut along that line and then drop this whole piece out. Am I doing okay? Oh God! Baby, it's all over the place. Look at it. I go. Oh God. Plan B. I have absolutely and completely botched this for the most part, so bear with me because I'm really frustrated. Okay, people, I'm not a carpenter. I've already made some mistakes. I'm big into demolition. Just hacking and sawing before I've thought everything through. But once we got this section cut, I'm like, man, I don't want to go deeper back. I like having that big space for more shelving up there. Well, I had already started cutting that piece, which I didn't cut all the way through, so I think it's salvageable. But I did drill a hole in the piece in the corner over there. I'm either going to find a way to patch that up or cut it and then go deeper. But we'll figure out a way to clean it up. I did the desk part. I mean, it's not the best job in the world, but I think it looks nice, so hang in there. Okay, update. Next thing, I have to figure out a way to cut this board without cutting the wall, so I think I'm just going to take a handsaw and try to cut through it and take this screw out and take that piece out. I've already screwed this piece up to this support, and then I think we're going to get like some trim board maybe to cover that. And then I need to get a 1x, cut these deeper, and then run a 1x support across the top to make that sturdy. And then I have to cut the plywood that's already taken out and attach it to the top. And then we'll need to get our rods to hang. And yeah, that's that. Okay, y'all. I can't even express to you, being in a small space, doing renovations, how overwhelming it can be. The camper is a complete disaster. I, on a whim, decided that we were going to build this closet today. Bree is taking my niece to a singing lesson, so I'm trying to bust some stuff out before they get back to wow and impress her. But I had to come in town to the lumber place, get a couple things. They didn't have any 1x, so I'm going to see. My brother-in-law has something I can patch together. I just want to get something done enough on it and like picked up to kind of surprise her when she gets home. But I'm so overwhelmed with how all over the place it is right now. But bear with me, because it looks crazy now, and I made a wonky cut with the jigsaw. It's going to be fine. I'm going to make it come together and pull it off, hopefully, without too much judgment. Listen, I'm not a carpenter. Not a carpenter. I just make do with what I got, and it'll come together and be fine, and it's going to be magnificent to have extra closet space. So, stay tuned. Hang in there with me. Love y'all. Here's a quick shot of my haul from the hardware store. Got some sanding paper to kind of clean up this piece of board with the wallpaper on it. I got some screws with anchors. I'm using that in the wall for a bracket piece that I got for the closet pole that I got. And then I just got some tiny little screws to help attach where it's separated here into that board a little bit. Nothing fancy, but I think she'll clean up real nice. Alright, y'all. My brother-in-law came to the rescue. It's not a 1x1, but it'll work because we're putting trim in front of it. It's going to hide it, but it's at least going to provide some stability for this piece. I just sawed these pieces down with the handsaw. Give it some room. Get in there. Holy crap, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. The only thing, you know, obviously is this gap, but I'm going to secure everything down, and then I'm putting pieces of trim board to cover up these. Probably sand some of that down, but not bad. Not bad. I can't wait to get the poles up. Okay, I wasn't able to record this because it's really awkward back in here with me up on the piece of plywood, but I just attached part of the rod holder up there. I did have to take the valance down for the window. I don't actually need to have that up there. We'll just keep the curtain closed. We don't want people looking in, but then I'm just going to go and attach the other part of the rod holder up here. Alright, I got the rod up. I had to take the valance down I think I already mentioned that. Screwed that into the wall. I got this bracket piece to go here, but I didn't think about it being too far out. So I'm going to have to get a different bracket piece. I'm so proud of myself for kind of pulling it off. It could be cleaner and nicer. I'm putting a trim piece up across that to cover that up. I'm probably just going to leave this plywood. I mean, we can put some kind of like gripper or felt pad down or something if we want. But that is the progress so far. There's plenty of room for headspace. We're going to put our printer and our office stuff up here, hang clothes up here, and then put storage and pet stuff up here. So excited. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so we're starting to throw some stuff up there. So I hung a shirt up there, and obviously the shirt's touching the bottom, which I anticipated, but it's quite a bit. So we may just do like jeans and shorts and all the stuff that's just stacked up in our closets and throw up there in the corner and use the rest of this for shelf space. But I think once I get the trim board to cover that up, it's not going to look half bad. It's almost going to look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. We just are winging it. But I'm really happy with it. And we got the lights going. It's a whole vibe. So we got some of our stuff organized. I'm doing office stuff over here. We're not going to do a ton of clothes just because it's so short. But Bree came up with a way from TikTok to hang jeans. So we're going to do jeans and shorts to help free up some stuff. But so excited about it. So we went ahead and took the curtain that was on the bottom here and just were able to bend it the other direction and reuse that to cover our storage area.